Cool. So, let's just take this moment by moment, and I think we should both allow ourselves to don't just boy here. It can be really tricky sometimes to pay attention to your scene partner as and I don't know, identify sort of what's important in the scene or what's going on with your partner because we feel a lot of pressure to perform the scene, right? Like when you're in front in class and any teacher is asking you to just hold on, be with your partner, take in what your partner is doing, and then respond with whatever they're doing is making you feel.
Yeah, like the reaction, right?
Yeah, and it's hard to do that sometimes because we feel, oh, I'm taking too long, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or my reaction might not be very exciting, or the audience doesn't know what happened previously to this moment, so maybe I need to act a little extra so that the audience understands what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You feel that extra pressure, and that's not good. So I think we can allow ourselves to not just take in each other, but if we just say out loud what that person's line just made us think of or feel, then we're able to incorporate a little more, because I think when you say something out loud you kind of have to commit to it a little, and it's really easy also to just think a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So what if we just go moment by moment, and if we're not picking up on anything really dynamic, maybe we can just say something about the other person that is true. So if I'm not making you think anything in particular or ask any questions or wonder about anything, just say something that's true about me, and at least we'll get sort of in the habit of saying things that are true about each other.
Okay.
So, and you know what? What's really hard? Let's not look down and read our lines when the other person's talking. I'll let you know when it's time for you to say your line or to say talk out loud about things that I'm talking about. So ignore the fact that you've got the script in front of you, and I'll just like point to you when I'm done talking.
All
So you
right.
don't need to worry about what you're going to say. Just listen to what I'm saying and how I'm saying it, and we'll go super slow.
All right. Sounds great.
Great.
All right.
So you look distracted, quite frankly. So, and my line is, so, so what, Bob? Now, what did that make you think of? What were you picking up on? What were you thinking when I was like, so? So what, Bob?
Well, right now I guess you're like, I guess waiting. I'm Bob, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess you're like waiting for Bob. I didn't get your character till now like so well, but I'm going to, get into it. But right now, I guess you're like just trying to wait as an answer for Bob, you know.
Those are the facts of what I just said. What was I communicating to you or at you or expressing to you?
Well, I can say you were like um you're not you were not that like mad or happy. You were like I can say calm.
I was calm.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me
You
try. Let me go back then, because I don't want to be. I don't think. I wasn't thinking calm thoughts.
okay. Okay.
Let's go from the top.
Okay.
So, so what, Bob?
Okay. I guess now it changed a bit. It changed how it was before.
Yeah. And what are you picking up on?
Right now, you're serious. You're serious, and I guess you have something with Bob.
Mm-hmm. I have something with you. Yeah.
Uh-huh. You have something with me, and you're like you. I guess you want to discuss something serious
Yeah.
about what happened, and that's what you make me think.
And what do
When
you
you
think? And what do you think you did?
well, I guess something maybe. Well, I think maybe something bad. I don't know
But you
yet, but
can't put your finger on it. Okay.
yeah. I guess maybe something bad because I see you like kind of mad, you know. But that's
Yeah.
what I
All
think.
right.
Well,
Great. So take that. I'm mad at you, and I don't know what the fuck's going on. But you don't know what I'm mad about right now. You, Adrian, don't know what I'm mad about. So allow yourself to maybe wonder what the fuck is Travis mad about and say that line that you have.
I'm sorry, Donnie.
Okay, you seem really, is that the end of your line?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
it.
you seem like a goddamn puppy dog. Like you're moping. Like it's really kind of like, oh, I'm sorry. Like you're dragging your tail between your tail between your legs is sort of what that is. It just seemed really sad and like, please don't hit me. It was just kind of really weak. And what is my line? All right.
All right. Yeah. Wait. I have to repeat the same line. I'm sorry, Donnie.
Okay. And like I feel like I'm hoping for something more because yes, you did just say the same fucking thing twice. Like I find that it's the kind of thing, it's the kind of thing, Jesus, this fucking pisses me off. When someone asks you, like it's sort of here's hey, did you lock the door? Yeah. You did? Like what the fuck did I just say?
Yeah.
I just asked you for information on what the fuck was going on. You said you're sorry. I said, okay, all right. And you just said, I'm sorry again. Like, I feel like I'm going in circles with you. Like, you're not like on the ball. What do I have to say? I pause and say, yeah,
Maybe he's still in there.
okay. You don't seem really sure of yourself. You don't seem really positive about that. But we're getting somewhere. I don't know exactly what. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay. If you think that, Bob, why are you here?
I came in.
Okay. What you know what? Okay. What's going through my head is like that's the dumbest fucking answer you could give. I said, why did you come? If that's what you think, he could still be in there. Bob, look at me. Why are you here? Right? How come you're here? How come? What's the reason? And the reason you give is
I came in.
okay. The reason you're here is because you walked in here. Like this is the dumbest fucking like this is just a waste of fucking time conversation is what's going through my head. Okay. Listen with your eyes. You don't come in, Bob. You don't come in until you do a thing. What do you just pick up from whatever I just gave to you? I'll try and throw the same thing right back at you. You don't come in, Bob. You don't come in until you do a thing.
Okay, well, I see that you are you have so like patience, you're so patient, a patient person, and you're trying to explain to me like what I just said, because you already asked me like, how come you're here? And I told you I came here. You're trying to explain to me that you don't go. What? What was your next line after I told you I came in? Because I guess I have.
I say, you don't come in, Bob. You don't come in until you do a thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's right here. So yeah, you're not like trying to be rude, but at the same time you're like trying to talk to me,
Mm-hmm.
make me understand.
Okay, great. So I'm not. So earlier I was a little angry, and now I'm trying to get you to understand a thing. I don't know. How does that make you feel? If anything, I don't know.
Well, as a character, I guess.
Or as you, if I'm upset with you,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm saying, okay, Adrian, look, you don't do a thing. You don't come in you don't come in until you do until you do a thing. Okay, this is you don't come in until you do a thing.
Well, I guess depend. I would feel depend. If I did something wrong, right? If I didn't did anything, or I mean, if I did something wrong, maybe I could be, worry about it. I mean, depends how you and me we are related. If maybe we're partners,
What
or
if we just assume that we have the relationship that we do, you and me?
okay.
We'll start there.
Well, I would feel like at the beginning, like worried that you're talking like that to me,
Hmm.
and then after I see it, you're trying to calm down. I would be more I don't know how to say this, more calm
Okay,
than I was before, because when you
great,
be uh-huh.
great. So allow that sense of calm. Yeah, calm yourself. Allow yourself to feel that calm. Check what your next response is, and then let me know whatever you have to say.
He didn't come out.
Okay. Like, and that is, what am I picking from that? Just not necessarily, what was that? What was that? I'm just trying to think of like, I don't know, what did I just pick up from that? It's just a simple fact. it's not really an acknowledgement. It's a, you know what it kind of is? It's kind of pointing the finger at someone else rather than, okay, I learned. It's a weird pointing the finger at someone else. Whoever this he guy is, he didn't do a thing. Where I'm talking to you, and you just sort of gave me a, well, I don't know, like shirking your responsibility, dismissing your responsibility. I don't know, personal responsibility. That's a, I don't know. I feel a little fucking let down or something that you don't have, like, take responsibility for your fucking self. What do I care, Bob, if he came out or not? Like, what? Yeah, like, God, you're supposed to watch the guy. You watch him. Am I wrong? Let me throw all that. No, tell me that he didn't come out again.
He didn't come out.
No, what, Adrian? What the fuck do I care if he came out or not? If you watch him, if you're supposed to watch a guy, you watch him. Like, that's abundant. I will say this. If you are supposed to watch a guy, you watch him. Am I wrong about this very simple math equation?
I just
Now
need to
what? Now what? Now what? What? I don't know. What are you thinking? What are you feeling about anything? About what I just said?
the situation gets like well, you got more mad about it because, well, as you said, I pointed my finger to like another person, and that's why you got mad. And you telling me that about the guy, and well, I feel that I I don't know. I guess I feel like scared of the situation. That's how I am.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Scared. I wouldn't like to broke the relationship between you and me. Like maybe I am concerned about what I did before,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe I guess maybe I am sorry about what happened with the guy. But right now I see that you're like getting mad, and well, I guess for the moment that's what I think.
Okay,
That,
great. So Travis is mad at you, and
yeah,
Travis just said, "Am I wrong? Am I wrong about this? If you're supposed to watch a guy, what do I care, Adrian, if he came out or not? You're supposed to watch the guy, you watch him. Am I wrong?"
I just went to the back.
Like, in the way that you said that, what's going through my mind is it was just an excuse. It just sounds like an excuse. Like, I just did the thing. I don't know. It was like you just offered up this little thing. I just went to the back. I don't know. It's like a little, I don't know. It's just like, I feel like, I don't know, in this world, just like, own it. Own yourself. Own your answers. Own your life. Own your responsibility. I just went to the back. It was just this little, like, it was a soft little, like, that's just not going to cut it in this world. Those are some of the thoughts that are going through my head. Why? That's what I have to say. Why? That's interesting. I'm putting it back on you. Why?
Oh, you want me to tell you like what I think about it?
Yeah. Or what do you think about the fact that I'm not letting you get away with this? I'm a little upset I'm not yelling at you. I'm trying to explain things, but what the fuck do I care? I'm your answers to me, both in I think the lines and hopefully my emotional state,
Uh-huh.
are conveying something to the degree of I don't give a fuck what your excuses are. Like why? Like give me your like if I don't care if he came out or not came out. If you're supposed to watch a guy, you watch him. You went to the back. Why? Why would you go to the back? I'm hopefully a little upset. I'm still upset about this thing that you did.
Well, I guess this situation like affects you. That's why you tell me all that stuff, about what I went to the back. And I guess you're just like, as you said, you're not like you're not being like, you're not being mad at me, but you're just like telling me what you just told me.
Yeah. Have you ever been in a situation like this where like maybe I don't know, a parent was trying to ask why you did something and you're trying to give them a reason, but they just keep asking or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that experience? Can you think of something specific?
Well, I felt desperate because like I'm given the answers and they keep like asking and asking. And I guess yeah, you're doing the same thing,
What was the specific
right?
situation, if you don't
Because
mind sharing?
oh well, I had many with my
Yeah?
parents. Like when
Think,
they
yeah,
when they
would
asked
yeah, one.
when they asked me like, where have you went? I was like, oh, I went with my friends. I'm like, are you sure? Yes, it
When,
was.
you know what, explain where were you when this happened?
Well, I just came back home.
Okay, so were you in your living room?
Yeah, I'd say I was in the living room. I'm at home.
What time of night or day was it?
Well, what's it was like Monday, and I was supposed to come back at 4,
Mm-hmm.
and I came back like a little late. Like it was like 6, like 2 hours later. And she was like, "Where you went?" I'm like, "Oh, I just went out with my friends. We went to McDonald's." Like, you sure you went with your friends? I was like, yeah, I went with my friends. You're not lying? I'm not lying. You know, that's what happened. And I started to get like desesperated and nervous because they were like, she wasn't believing me or something. She was like not having that trust in me. She was not trusting me. But this time I was in the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the truth, but she was not trusting me what I was saying. So I felt like desperate,
Yeah.
inside, because I was trying to tell her like what I have done that day,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like not trying to believe me. But at the end, I explained that to her, and oh, she believed me.
Yeah. I mean, that does seem kind of very parallel to this situation. Right now, at
Uh-huh.
least this moment here of someone that's a little older asking you questions and not accepting your answers. I mean that story about going to McDonald's is it seems pretty similar. So it could be helpful, maybe if you do you have a piece of paper or do you have
Yeah, sure.
just write down, first section, the McDonald's story.
Yeah.
And maybe what you can do is maybe not right now, but just when you're by yourself, take 5 minutes and sort of relive that conversation with your mom and kind of pay attention to how you're feeling or how you're remembering those feelings. Just have that conversation in your mind, in your imagination with your mom, and also have a little part of you that's keeping track of, yeah, I was looking around. I didn't know. I I didn't know. I remember thinking to myself, does she know something that I don't know? Why is she so upset? I remember looking around the room, or um, anything that you did in that moment is maybe something that you also might do in this moment. But at least we'll have sort of a closer, it'll be a little closer to your authentic self, to how you are when someone that is older is asking you to explain yourself and they don't listen to the reason.
Yeah.
So I ask you why. Why did you do that?
Because he wasn't coming out the front.
What's interesting, even though you're saying half of it down into the page, what is presented is, I don't know, it just seems like I can allow myself to see in this a kind of a, just again, a weak excuse. Like you're not even wanting to make eye contact with me. I know it's because you're reading the line, but it also is kind of like you're looking down at your shoes and you don't want to make eye contact, and you're like, because he wasn't coming out the front. Like it's like you're admitting defeat. It's kind of like you're admitting defeat to me. It's like, I don't know. I feel like this almost kind of this, and it's not quite disgust, but like that's so pathetic. And what do I have to say? Well, Bob, I'm sorry, this isn't good enough. If you want to do business, like, God, if you want to do business, if we got a business deal, yeah, I do feel like, I don't know, just going into this weird little, like, I'm not yelling at you. I'm not yelling at you. You're nice. You're perfectly polite. Adrian, you are totally nice. But if you want to do business, if we got a business deal, it isn't good enough. I want you to remember this. Like I really like I can what's going through my head is uh I don't know, like what's the parallel? If I email you a script and say, "Hey, here's the thing," email me back. Like if you got a scene partner, if you're doing a scene with someone, this isn't good enough. Like not rehearsing, that's not good enough. I want you to remember this. Like there we can force parallels into this. Like they don't have to be totally exactly true, but I don't know. It's look, yeah, it's interesting how like even I feel like I'm coming down like from the anger before of the like, so what? Yeah. Let me just throw all that your way again. It seemed a little pathetic at first. Well, Bob, I'm sorry, but this isn't good enough. Adrian, listen to me. If you want to do business, if we got a business deal, it isn't good enough. I want you to remember this. What are you picking up from me?
Now I'm understanding more the situation of the history. Well, I see that one fact is that you're older than me, and that's why I am giving you those excuses, because maybe I am like concerned about like the average of age, between you and me, and I'm always gonna be like respectful to my elders, and that's why I'm not trying to be like rude to you, or I'm not trying to argue to you. I'm just like giving you those dumb um, answers.
Hmm.
But yeah, I see your position. I see that you're like a very strict person. We're doing a business, and I guess I'm failing, and that's why you were getting mad. But now, like you keep trying me to remind you're trying to remind me this about business, and well,
Can
that's
you pick, and even if you're not feeling anything super strong, do you feel like do you feel pulled in a way, whereas before, I think possibly at the beginning of the scene I was a little more angry. And you could feel, you Adrian, you could feel my anger coming at you, and that probably made you feel a little something. Yes?
yes.
And now, again, outside of the intellectual part of the plot or the story or what we're talking about, now I'm saying, look, if this isn't good enough. If you want to do business, if we got a business deal, this isn't good enough. Okay? I want you to remember this. How would you describe how I'm treating you or how I'm talking to you?
Well, I guess you're like trying to say that I am not like enough. I'm not doing enough, and you're trying to to make me realize that maybe so I can do better.
Okay, so maybe I'm not making fun of you, but maybe I'm trying to, I don't know, encourage you, or maybe whenever I say this, if we got a business deal, it isn't enough. I want you to remember this. Is this positive or negative? Do you feel I'm being positive or do you feel I'm being negative?
I guess. Well, I don't know. I have to.
Well, here, you know what? Listen, here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This isn't good enough. If you want to do business, Adrian, if we got a business deal, this isn't good enough. Okay? I want you to remember this. Is
I guess
that
you're. I guess you're saying it in a positive way.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's not like it feels like I'm trying to communicate. What I'm trying to communicate is next time we can do this. We can do this better. We can be better. We can take charge of ourselves. We can take charge of our lives. Because if we're going to do business, if we do business again, if we do another scene again, okay, just remember this for next time. Because I've got a few years on you and I've seen a few things. I know how business works. I just want you to remember how you just acted. That doesn't work. But in the future, we can make different choices for our lives and we can do better.
Yeah.
So, what do you got to say after all that kind of positivity? I want you to remember this.
Okay. I guess after all your positive. I'm sorry. After everything you're saying, I guess I feel more calm if I take that way, as I told you.
Hmm.
I would feel more calm, that
Yeah.
everything is going like down. Every, so at the same time, my character would feel calm.
Well, well, then allow yourself to feel calm. Because yeah. And then what do you have to say? What's your line after I say, I want you to remember this?
I do.
Yeah. Great. Say all of that stuff you had just been saying about feeling calm, and then right at the end of it, just add in those two words, I do. So tell me, Travis, how you were feeling about calm, everything you were just saying, and then at the end of all that, say, I do.
Okay. Could you? Okay. I'm just gonna repeat it. I do.
No. What I want you to do, remember when you were just talking about feeling calm?
Yeah.
All of that, say all of that again to me.
Okay.
About, yeah, I'm calm, I'm feeling calm, this is kind of positive. Yeah, I do. And then just add those two syllables. I do right at the end of it.
Okay. Right now, I feel more calm, more
Hmm.
positive.
Yeah.
We're chilling. Well, you're getting down. You're mad. But now I feel more calm, and I do.
Yeah. Great. That moment was a I think it was a little better because you allowed yourself all of those sort of thoughts and feelings to feed into that word as opposed to stopping yourself, double checking what the word was, and then trying to f- force yourself into a mode of talking, of just saying, I do, as opposed to, yeah, I feel like you're coming down, I'm calm, I'm this, yeah, I do. It was the just that little section was a little more seamless. It was a little more authentic to you because it was coming at the end of all of these authentic thoughts that you were sharing.
Yeah. Well, also, I guess I have to be like more like regretful when I say like,
You don't have to. Why do you think you need to be more regretful? And I cut you off. What were you finish that thought?
well, just because of the way like you were mad at me,
Hmm.
and I did something wrong, and I should be, I guess I should be more regretful because everything what happened. Uh,
Well, but what, maybe not. Here's the thing. No one, let's assume that no one has seen this play before. This is the opening of the play, which is great. So the audience doesn't know anything. They don't know what happened. That's fine. So you don't need to you don't need to feel any certain way. If you just feel the way that you do about I don't I don't know, I didn't really do anything wrong. I'm telling you the truth. Why is Travis yelling at me? That's fine. That's totally fine. The trouble comes in whenever you try and act regretful because you think the play is telling you that you should feel regretful. And if you don't actually feel regretful, we're going to see you just acting regretful. And we're going to be like, well, that's just Adrian acting rather than Adrian just telling the truth of, I don't know. I'm sorry. I went out. These are just the facts. So you don't necessarily need to feel anything unless the script makes it very clear that you're in a heightened state, and then you can go back and sort of reanalyze things. But right now, for this, who knows how you feel? You feel the way you feel.
mhm.
That's fine. This is our first time reading it. This is the
Okay.
only chance we will ever get to have this experience of looking and watching each other say these things for the first time.
Yeah, right.
And I do feel that we've sort of gotten, We're making progress in life. And the thing I have to say is, yeah, yeah. Now I'm just wondering about the next. I don't know. I'm wondering about the next time. But later, what? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking honestly. I'm thinking. Fuck. My eyes are tired. I'm a little tired.
I imagine.
Um, which works, I think, fine for the next thing that I have to say, which is just one thing, Bob. Action counts. Action talks and bullshit walks.
Well, you're
I don't know,
like,
is that a funny line? What I just said?
no. You
Oh,
just remind me to like, have you seen the Incredibles movie?
it's been a while. Yeah.
There's like Bob, the Mr. Incredible, he has a boss, and you remind me to him like the way he talks. He's like super.
Well, maybe
I can get that right.
maybe Bob is a fan of The Incredibles, and maybe
Oh,
what I just said makes you laugh a little. Great. Say your next line real quick.
which the I do. I do.
No. I only went around to see his action talks and bullshit walks.
I only went around to see he's coming out the back.
See, we had a wonderful opportunity, and I don't want to blame it on the fact that you have it on a phone because you haven't printed it yet. Fine. You should try and print this before tomorrow.
Yeah, I will for
But
sure. Right after this.
how interesting would it be if, just one thing, Adrian, action counts, action talks, and bullshit walks. Allow yourself to think of Mr. Incredible's boss. What's so funny about Mr. Incredible's boss?
The way his personality, like, oh,
Great. Now say your line real quick, or whatever your line is about. I just wanted to go around.
I only went around to see he's coming out the back.
What would be, I'm gonna use the word great only in so much as what's really nice moments in acting aren't ones that we plan, but what would have been nice in this moment is if we sort of step outside ourselves. If I said this thing about action talking and bullshit walking, and if you thought of Mr. Incredible's boss and he kind of made you laugh, but through that laughter, you still said, I I just went outside. I went around to see that it's the thing. It's not this. You're making me laugh. Like you're kind of being goofy right now, Travis. You're like Mr. Incredible's boss. Like that line, that word. If I only went around, I only went around to see he's coming in the back. You can say that while laughing, you know what I mean,
Yeah, I do.
because it makes you think of Mr. Incredible's boss. Fuck it. Maybe Bob is right there. Say it right now. Right now. What's the word? What are the words?
I only went outside to see he's coming out the back.
Yeah. And what's even kind of interesting, if no, like if this is very serious to me,
Uh-huh.
and you start laughing, like what are you laughing about? Like
Yeah,
no. And my line is no. Don't go fuck yourself around with these excuses. It
I'm
kind
sure.
of, in a weird way, it works. If I say something
Oh yeah.
that makes you kind of laugh, and you like what? No, like I don't know what you're laughing at. Are you laughing at me? But no, don't go fuck yourself around with these excuses. Like, and now I'm just confused. I'm confused as to why you were laughing. Like, why is that funny? Like I don't even know.
I guess a good like comparison I did like to Mr. Incredible's boss because that caused like my laugh, and that's like one way for you to like get pissed again. Like don't go fuck yourself around.
Right.
Yeah. So it's I guess it's good. Like if I add like that laugh, at least as you're saying.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing where if you had if you had this printed out like next to my line of action talks and bullshit walks, maybe just write in the margin the white space next to it, Mr. Incredible's boss.
Yeah. I will.
Right. So then what do you say after I say no, no, don't go fuck yourself around with these excuses.
I'm sorry.
Like you seemed sincere there, especially after having just laughed. So I do feel like okay, back to normal. This feels like a bit of like a okay, all right. I don't know, because you did seem very sincere when you said you're sorry. Don't tell me that you're sorry. I'm not mad at you.
You're not.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're like, I don't know, just it's no. I mean, obviously, my gut reaction is say like, no, no, I'm not mad at you. I'm just um, yeah. Moving on. Let's clean up. Let's clean up here. Um, yeah, I think you can allow yourself, especially as you work on getting better with finding the right words in English, and just as an exercise in speaking English in English more often,
Hmm.
especially as we rehearse, you should totally feel you have full permission to talk out loud about what you're thinking and feeling in the scene. Because I think what happens a lot is we think a lot of stuff. Like how many thoughts sometimes go through our brain, little impulses?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we as actors need to go slow. Have you heard the phrase slow is smooth and smooth is fast?
First time I'm hearing it, but it's good.
They
It's a good.
use it they use it a lot in boxing or in other martial arts. So when
Mhm.
you're learning to box, they don't want you to just learn really fast. Go slow. Get the technique down really perfectly so it's really smooth. The slower you do it, the smoother you can do it. And then once you're really smooth, you can go fast. So slow is smooth and smooth is fast. In working slow like this, it took us about an hour to get through a page and a half. We got through about 45 seconds of dialogue, which is slow, but we allowed ourselves to slowly, from all these little impulses that are going through our brains, we're able to sort of select the ones that seem most appropriate. And we're able to take thoughts and put them into words, which are opinions. We're able to create opinions about each other and then use the words, like the dialogue, to frame those opinions. Because that's all words are. Words are just, they're like a delivery system for how I feel about something. How I feel about you not waiting for the guy is this is fucking bullshit. It's bullshit. I'm anger. I feel ugh, and the way I communicate to you is so so what? Bob. It's like it's not the words, it's everything else other than the words. And talking about it out loud can allow us to figure out what all that extra stuff is.
Yeah, actually, it helps a lot. It's the first time I'm doing like this exercise with you,
Yeah.
but like actually, it helps like to, as you say, to analyze both characters, yours and
Mhm.
mine's.
Yeah, because we're not, I don't know if it's ideally or perfectly, but hopefully to some degree, we're not playing the scene. I'm 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 playing you and you're playing me. Like I'm trying to get something out of you. Just the way like I might try and get a sound out of an instrument. If I want it to do I want you to apologize. I want you to take responsibility. I want you to give me a good reason. So so what? So like what? Like give me the like I have an idea. Yeah, so I'm playing you, and if you allow yourself to Travis is angry, then the scene will happen no matter what.
Yeah, it will happen. And yes, it also like gave us like some ideas about what maybe the public people is gonna think about our character, because saying like things, saying what you think about how I'm acting or about my character, or how do you see it, it helps to get to do it better,
Hmm.
and it makes me think like, what do I need to improve, what do I need to change, you know
Yeah, if you that's if that's what's important or helpful about if I think I understand what you're saying. It's what's helpful about watching your own acting because if you think that you're communicating something
hmm
but I and everyone else think you're communicating something else, then that's like if you think you're painting something orange, but everyone else thinks you're painting it green.
oh yeah,
Like,
yeah,
let's get on the same page so that you know what you are communicating. Um, yeah, and it's hard to do that sometimes if we don't get to watch our own acting.
yeah.
Yeah, great. Um, let's call it a night and do more. We can tell. Would it be all right if I just email Nick this rehearsal just to let him know? He probably won't watch it,
Yeah, yeah,
but I'll
sure.
just let him know. Yeah, we went through it. We went really slow. We just recorded just for the heck of it.
Yeah, sure. You
All
can.
right, great. Cool. Well then, good. I'll see you tomorrow at 9:30.
Okay. Hey, Travis, do you want to rehearse tomorrow if you're able?
Yes, tomorrow. Yes.
What time you're able?
I don't know. I need to rehearse with Ashley. I'm not sure what time. Can we figure it out in class?
Yeah, sure. You can let me know. You can send me a text
Yeah,
or whatever.
I will. I will always rehearse as much as anybody wants to rehearse.
Okay, that's fine. That sounds great to me. I'm
Yeah,
also
great.
practice it by myself, but it's
Yeah, yeah,
fine.
yeah.
You rehearse.
It's always so much easier with another person.
Yeah,
It's
it
it's
is.
so much easier.
Yeah, it is. Especially when you repeat and repeat like that
Yeah, and you get
in your
yourself
mind.
think, yeah, and it makes you think different things, or like, oh, well, what's this, or what's that, or what if it's this? Like, it's hard to do that when you're just reading it. Yeah, great, great. Good. I gotta go to sleep. I got class at 9:30. I know you do too.
Yeah. Well, Travis, have a nice
Yeah, man. Yeah, great, great, cool, man. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow, Travis.
All right, bye.
Bye bye.